Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome. Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. I am the internet's dorky grandpa. Glad to meet you. Hope you'll stay. To the day. Yay! It's a brand new, sunny, moderately sunny. I mean, I was just outside, and there is the sun behind the clouds. So it's not sunny, but it's not icky either. I got bit by a hamster because, if you own pets, especially small, like rodents, you're going to get bit. Yeah, it was my fault, and it wasn't my fault. It was my fault in that I had two hamsters, and I was holding one, and then I had the top off one cage, and I was going to swap them because I have to occasionally swap some of my hamsters to make sure they all have water. Some of my cages don't have a place where I can hang a water bottle, and so I've got to swap some of my hamsters every couple of hours so that they can drink. Don't have to do it with all of them, just have to. It's like 2 or 3 cages that I've got to swap them through. It's irritating, but I don't have any place to hook a bottle. And one guy jumped out of my hand into the other cage. He was a male hamster. There was a male hamster down in the cage I was going to swap him with, and he went boink, and I went, oh God, because the one down there, he's pat nervous, and nervous is very nervous, hence the name. And so he was freaking out. This guy was going, oh, I smell a male. And so I'm going, oh God. They're trying to fight. I don't have anything physical to block them with, except for this. Yay. So I shoved my hand between them to keep them from fighting, grabbed the one, and pulled him up. Well, when they're in aggression mode, he thought at first my hand was a hamster. So he whipped around doing "Narr!" And then as soon as he realized he'd bitten something that wasn't a hamster, he quickly let go. But by that time, I was already bleeding. I mean, it was my own fault for not being careful enough and not stopping him from going boink down inside there. So I had to go, whoa! Neither of the hamsters got hurt. They were trying to fight, but I had my hand in the way. The one guy on this side was just going, arr, and bouncing off my hand and scrabbling with his claws and trying to climb over. The one on this side was trying to, scrabbling with claws and get through. It was when I grabbed him and lifted him out, he went, arr. My fault. What did I do about it? Well, I went, oh man, I'm glad that you're not hurt. Picked him up, put him back in his cage, washed off my finger, and put a Band-Aid on it. And I had to do that because Band-Aids, like the adhesive stuff, doesn't stick all that well. Well, 3 minutes into this, and bom dia. Dia gwit. And that's Irish for good morning. And then labrit. I do not know how to do that sort of accent. Ahannuaseo. And if I tried doing like a Korean accent, that would just be insulting and racist. But why is it racist if I try to do a Korean accent, but it's not racist if I do a Scottish accent? Makes you think, doesn't it? Dzień dobry, Polish. And if that's too formal for you, of course, Cześć. Now, I'm not Polish. It's +10 for difficulty, but I try. Terra Homocost. Hey, that's Estonian. Buenos dias. Diadit. That's the Scots Gaelic. And Boreda. Jorageld. Hungarian. Matenva is Welsh, I believe. Buongiorno. Italian. Ohio, good morning in Japanese. I'm having a good morning. I only woke up like 5 minutes beforehand, fed the cat, and let her out. She was in my room all night. she spends a lot of time down here. It's my in-laws' kitty, but she stays down here a lot. Just sleeps and eats food, and then jumps up on a chair and sleeps, and then wanders around. And then when she wants to go outside, I let her out. And then when she wants to come back in, she meows and scratches at the door. So I usually leave it open a bit so she can just come and go as she wants. Sometimes my in-laws wonder where their cat is. God morgen, Norwegian. Ni hao, Chinese. Privyet. That's not hello, that's like greetings or something in Russian. Guten Tag, German, of course. Kalimera, Turkish. Bonjour, French. I don't know why I'm letting everyone know that in Czechoslovakian, Dobre rano, God morgan, I can't remember where. Labas ritas. Which one? Where does Labas ritas? I've got this one written down where it was from, but I've forgotten. And I feel terrible that I've forgotten. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm not going to be able to find it. I am tired enough that I have no idea where it is. Oh well. My apologies for being a bad person. Merhaba in Turkish. And of course, to thank you for sitting through that, in Irish, Gureb Mahagut. Thank you. I don't have a whole lot that I'm doing today. It's Q&A Saturday, which means I'm going to spend most of my time just yammering about me and answering questions through most of the videos of the day. I do hope to have at least 1 or 2 reaction videos. I'm hoping to even get a game video in there. But I'm going to spend 1 or 2 videos after this little vlog on Q&As. And then yeah. My brain is not functioning this morning, and I apologize sincerely. I mean, my brain literally feels like there's just a slightly moldy block of cheese in my skull. Medium cheddar. With just a little bit of mold on it. Not so bad you have to throw it out. It's like, if cheese gets moldy, you just cut off like just that much past the mold into the cheese and you're fine. So that's that kind of mold on my brain cheese. It's just not working. So I'm going to get the Q&As today, and not much more aside from the things that I'd mentioned, because last night I went on I woke up yesterday morning and I did all my videos, and then I stayed awake because I edited them and uploaded them. And then by the time that things were really done and I was bored, it was 7:30 at night. My friends hadn't come by all day. And then about 9 o'clock, one of my friends dropped by. And so he stayed by, and we played video games and did stuff for a couple hours until his girlfriend was done. She dropped by. We did a couple dabs, stuff like that. And then they had to leave. So I barely saw anybody yesterday. And I don't do alone very well. And whenever I left my room, whenever I went up into my in-laws' house, there was nobody up there. My brother-in-law, if he's not playing World of Tanks, he's either out doing something, about 10% of the time, and about 90% of the time, just not feeling good. So he's down in his bedroom. And I don't blame him. He's had a stroke. He's got a lot of problems. I mean, I'm not going to say anything past that. You can tell he's had a stroke. I'm not giving anything away about his health by doing that. I mean, he used a walker, wheelchair, stuff like that. There's reasons. And he talks about it, so it's not like I'm breaching his confidence by telling you he's had a stroke. And so he doesn't feel good a lot, and so he's down there. All day when I went up into the house to, go to the bathroom or do stuff like that, nobody. I went outside, walked, outside the house here in the back, even walked out front along the street. There was nobody out there. I went almost 18 hours yesterday without seeing another human face. And it wasn't me just being agoraphobic inside my little box here. I was leaving and going places, and there was still nobody anywhere. It was like, oh my God. And I do not do alone well at all. I need people to balance me, which is weird because I'm extremely introverted. I don't like groups of people. When I'm alone, I want to be with people, but as soon as I'm with people, I want to be alone again. I'm an introvert, and I've got a lot of social anxieties ever since my wife died. I'm not agoraphobic, but I don't like leaving the safety of places. So I spent a lot of time in my little box, especially with my van not working. So, yay. Well, it's about 10 minutes. I'm going to call this one. Thank you for listening. I know I don't say a lot of much in these vlogs, and there are some people that don't vlog unless they got something really important to say. I mean, there's like Jacksepticeye, who only does his games, and then he doesn't vlog because he wants it to be special, and so he only does non-game stuff for like his comments. But I'm not that way. I've got to talk and get stuff out of my head, or I'm going to not do well. I'm broken through enough of the stuff that's happened to me in my life. I'm broken physically. I've got so much stuff wrong with me. It's not even funny. I'm probably going to reach like 75, 80, maybe even older, and just be one of those people that's got so much stuff wrong with them. You're wondering how the hell are they still alive, but they keep pushing. Probably going to be me. So, oh no. Yeah, like I say, it's when I do alone, when I'm alone, yeah, I don't do alone. When I am alone and all that, my mental locomotive can easily just slam right off my mental tracks and derail everywhere. And because I've been alone so long, it's hard to even tell when that happens. And then I only realize things are going bad when I start to hear my own thoughts echoing in the silences of rooms where I am. That is a weird feeling. I don't like that one at all because I can hear it echoing. That's not fun. So, well, again, I have to vlog because it's my connection with humanity. And so now I've discovered that. It makes me feel good. And so I'm going to do it. You take care. If you have any comments or suggestions, if you could drop them down in the boxes down below, that would be awesome. I try my best to read every single comment. I get so many, there's no way I can. But I do my best to answer as many as I can, and those that I can answer, I try to thumbs up. Now, there's so many comments that some are going to pass through the filters there, and I'm not going to see it, and I'm not ignoring you. It is not that. I don't ignore anybody. I hate the feeling of being ignored. I would not want to put that feeling on anyone else on purpose. It's just slid past me and I haven't caught it. It was not on purpose. Plus, any suggestions for reactions, just drop them on down in there in the boxes. I will do my best to get to them, but there's so many suggestions, over 200 daily. I can't even if I just spent 10 minutes per video just doing reaction videos, I could still only do 150 a day, and that still wouldn't be enough to be every request. So I do my best. That's why I got the random number generator, which chooses things at random for me so that I don't have to feel guilty about not doing everything for everyone. Or days like today, when I'm not going to be choosing anything at all, unless I decide I need something to fill up the rest of the day. So, hey. So you take care. Have a great day. I hope you enjoy the Q&As, the reactions, and possible Let's Plays coming up today. So thumbs up. You have a great day. I'll see you on the flip side, and I'll also see you in the videos coming up. So you take care, and I'll see you on the flip side.